Hi everyone, this class is called Yin Yoga for the Overwhelmed. Hi Harper. I had the idea for this class. I know this time of year when the days start to get a little shorter, the nights start to get a little longer, the teachers go back to school, the kids go back to school, we get cold at night. I start to feel a very intense energy and a pull or a call to make my practice a little more internal. So this practice today is a reflection of that. If you're a teacher, a parent, or just a human being that's feeling the feels of life, this practice is your time to just go within and tune it all out for a little bit. So you don't need anything. I'm wearing cozy socks, so if you want cozy socks, put them on. Have a block if you have one. If you don't, no worries. And I'll invite you to come into a tall seat. Allow the eyes to come to either a close or a soft gaze. Take a big breath in through the nose and open the mouth side out. Again, big breath in through the nose and open the mouth. Let it go. Last one. And now close the mouth. Bring one palm to the belly, one palm to the heart. As you inhale, inflate the belly with breath, pressing the palm away. As you exhale, letting all the air out. Inhale, inflate the belly with breath. Exhale all the air. And now continue that. This time, let the breath rise to the ribs, the chest. Exhale, expelling all the air. And it's nothing forceful. It's just a natural rise and fall of the breath. In this Yin Yoga practice, we're focusing on moving energy or chi through the meridians, the energy channels of the body. So instead of attaching to what the shapes look like or what you think they should look like, I encourage you to let the eyes soften and close and just allow the breath to guide you through each movement, whether it's dynamic or still. And on your next exhale, let the hands come to heart center, setting the intention to simplify. This idea of less is more has been sticking with me for a while. And we'll take an inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, twist to either side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to the other side. We'll move like that just a few times. And we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a side bend. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, other side. And now start to flow side to side. And we'll come up from here and let the arms come down. We'll move into our first pose of the practice, which is butterfly pose. So the soles of your feet are together. I'll go this way so you can see me. And you're gonna let them slide a little further away from your pelvis. You're gonna bring the hands onto your ankles. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pitch forward just a little bit. Notice where you feel resistance. And that's your first edge, where you feel a little bit of sensation, but you can stay there for a while. We'll be holding each yin pose today anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So we don't want to pull ourselves into the deepest expression of the pose right away. We want to give ourselves time to get there. So stay as you are or continue to fold down. Relax the neck, the head. And I encourage you to have something under your head, whether it's your hands or a block. If this isn't comfortable, you can come onto your back and take this reclined instead. So decide what you need and allow yourself to settle in. In this practice, we want to invite ourselves to experience stillness. Sometimes being still is far more challenging than moving quickly or doing really intricate shapes in the body. This idea of stillness is a little unfamiliar to us. So notice distractions, sounds as they come your way. And as you exhale, let them continue to pass on by, out of the space, out of the mind, even if just putting them aside for now. And then come back into visualizing that rise and fall of the breath. Soften through all the muscles of the face. And indulge in stillness. Taking a few more moments of breath here. And then start to slowly roll up. Bring the palms behind you. Step the feet out to the edges of your mat and let the legs just windshield wiper side to side. And then from here, we're going to stretch both legs out. Bend your left knee and let it fall open to the side. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, start to fold down. Notice I'm not reaching for my foot. That's not our goal here. If you naturally fold over and reach your foot, that's fine, but you don't have to. You can stay just as you are. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Folding a little deeper if the breath guides you there and if the body supports that. Relax your right foot a little bit. If you need support under your left knee, you can take a block and place it there to keep your hips level. Otherwise, folding down, I encourage you to have something to support your forehead, whether it's your leg, a block, or making a little tower with your hands. Letting out a sigh, letting go of tension anywhere it's not needed. Welcoming in the opportunity to unwind. We spend a lot of time on the go, from one task or one meeting, whatever it may be, to the next. But Yin Yoga gives us this balance in slowing down and being still and not having to rush. Take a full breath in and let it go. On your next breath, start to roll up. Extend your left leg long. Bring the fingertips behind you. Invite in a little extension, lifting through the heart. And then coming back to center. From here, bend your right knee, let it fall open, using that block under the knee if that helps your hips to feel stable. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, hinge forward. Notice sensation here. And invite in full and honest breath. And then if it's available to you, continue to move forward. Not pulling ourselves down, but allowing ourselves to move to where we need to be. Maybe using supports under the head, letting go of tension in the neck. Relax the jaw, the cheekbones, the eyelids, brows, and forehead. Soften the toes. And then just start to ride the wave of this peaceful moment. Notice any urges to move or fidget and see if you can acknowledge without reacting. So notice any frustration or unfamiliarity and allow that to pass by. Coming back into that still moment. Take a big breath in as you exhale, starting to roll up. Extending both legs out in front of you. We'll swing the legs around. We're going to come into child's pose. So wide knee child's pose, toes together, knees apart. If you want a blanket between your heels and your glutes, feel free to grab a blanket. If you want extra support under your knees, you can do that as well. And if this isn't comfortable, come onto your back, knees to chest. Nice and easy. So when you're ready, take an inhale, and as you exhale, settling in. Arms can be stretched out, or you can bend your elbows, or bring the hands back by your feet. Whatever feels best for you. So a pose like child's pose takes a very different quality when we explore it in a yin practice in comparison to some of our other practices. So being in stillness, letting this pose really take shape in the body. You might start to notice where we're holding on to tension or what areas need a little more TLC. So send every breath into those spaces. The back, the hips, the shoulders. Soften the toes and the fingertips. Let yourself melt down here. Trusting that you are supported in your practice. Taking a deep breath in as you exhale, come up to all fours. We're going to come on to our bellies. If you want, you can drape a blanket horizontally across your mat. If you're on a hard surface and if your mat is kind of thin, that'll be nice for your hips and pelvis. We're coming into Sphinx pose. So I'm going to come on to my forearms. Now, we all have different degrees of extension through our spine. So if you need to decrease this curve here a little bit, you can start to slide the hands out away from you to where you're comfortable. And if even this is too much, bring your hands flat down and place your head either on a block or on your hands like so. So no pose is better or worse than the other. It's just whatever you need today. You can still get the benefits of relaxation without being a contortionist. So once you figure out where you'd like to be, I invite you to settle in. Especially if you're up on your forearms, give a little engagement of the navel, nothing too drastic, but we don't want to put too much pressure in our lumbar spine. So a little engagement of the belly button in and up. Press down through the forearms. And notice if your head starts to get tired, try not to drop down. Instead, see if you can just turn it side to side. And closing the eyes, being mindful not to lift the chin up or drop it down, but allow the head to be within the natural line of the spine. Soft gaze, full, easy breath. And as you're ready, we're gonna bring the palms down, bring the elbows out to the sides. Turn your gaze towards the right and open your right knee out to the side. And settle in here. If this is uncomfortable, you can come onto your back and just hug the right knee into your chest and maybe open it out to the side slightly in your range of motion. And extend that right leg long, turn the gaze to the left, and open left knee out to the side. And extend that leg long, bring the palms under the chest, press up to all fours. We'll swing the legs around and come all the way onto our backs. From here, reach your right leg out to the right, just slightly. So just moving it out like an inch or so. Move back a little bit and then cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Reach your right arm out to the right, just slightly. Reach your left wrist over your right. And you'll notice that you have to kind of adjust your head, neck, and shoulders to get cozy here.
do it. Don't stay in something that feels uncomfortable. From here, I'm completely bending my elbows, so I'm not trying to stretch them. You certainly could if it felt good, but for me it feels much better just to keep the elbows bent. So I'm making like the shape of a banana with my body. My hips are pretty much down for the most part, so both sides of my bottom are on the mat. And I'm feeling a nice stretch through the left side of my body. Again, make sure the neck is in a comfortable space here. And just allow the eyes to close. From here, let your arms come down. Bend your left knee, hug it in towards you, and come onto your back. And just make a few circles with that leg in one direction. And then exhaling in the other direction. And now reach your arms out, bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, and draw the leg across the body to the right. If it feels good, you can bend the right knee as well. The arms can stay stretched or they can just rest down by your side. The head can stay where it is, or you can turn it away from the legs. That feels okay for your neck. Bring the leg back through center and extend both legs long. Pause here in a little mini Shavasana or resting pose. Notice if one side of the body feels different than the other. And now from here, bring your left leg a little bit to the left. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Reach your left arm out to the left. Cross your right wrist over your left wrist. Adjust the head, the neck, the shoulders. Make sure both sides of your bottom are on the mat. And breathe into the right side of the body. Toes are relaxed, fingers soft. Let go of expression throughout the face. Come back to our intention to simplify. Less is more. So when those extra movements, distractions come into our space, the mind, the body, notice with every inhale and let them pass with every exhale. From here, bring the right knee into your chest, come onto your back, bring the left leg back to center, and allow that leg to circle in one direction, and then the opposite direction. And then open the arms out, bring left hand to right thigh, help the leg towards the left. If you'd like, bend the left knee. Arms can stay stretched out or they can just rest down. Gaze can stay where it is or turn the head to the right. Bring that leg back through center. Hug the knees to the chest. Take a little rock side to side. Take any last movement or shape that you need. Gather anything you'd like for Shavasana. If you have a blanket or a bolster. And then extend the legs long. Let the palms face up. Coming into the final resting pose of the practice. Taking a full breath in and letting it go. Softening through the toes, the soles of the feet, and the ankle. Softening through the lower legs, the area surrounding the knee. Let go of any gripping in your thighs. Allow the hips to melt towards the mat. Relax the belly, ribs, the chest. Feel the shoulders melt down. Soften upper arms and the elbows. Relax the wrists and the palms of the hands.
in each and every fingertip. Letting out a sigh, allowing the mat to receive the body, safe and supported here. Relaxing through the neck and all the muscles of the face. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Simplify, indulge in stillness. Staying here as long as you'd like.